What's up, everybody? We your new boo. This is episode 2 with TBH Podcast. TBH could be the Black Homies, the Tyler Brian Podcast. To be honest, whatever you want it to be. I'm your co-host with the most, DJ B Heard, a.k.a. Prince, a.k.a. Brian, and with my co-host, Tyler. You want to get your opening statement out the way?
Yo, what's going on, people? This is T Gross, a.k.a. T the Libra, a.k.a. Tyler the Libra, a.k.a. T Nasty, and we're going to have a wonderful show for you today, and we bring it on to our guest, Ron.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Ron on this podcast with the homies.
Dang, you just gonna say the nigga's name? You ain't gonna build him up? You just say Ron? Like, nobody know who Ron is.
RD3,
you know, a sneakerhead, baseball player, college student, you know what I'm saying? The homie. Since
third of his generation.
Since high school? We really just like high school, right? We started kicking it.
I think I knew you in elementary, but you wasn't fucking with me because you was fucking with the other niggas.
I mean,
Yo, we all knew.
That was elementary.
I don't care.
What other niggas was we fucking with?
Yeah, I don't even remember.
Like, still, bro, it's a matter of the fact that y'all wasn't about to hang out with me on the playset.
Bro, it was elementary.
Oh, no.
I didn't hang out with.
I
didn't hang out with anybody in elementary.
You really didn't hang out with anybody. Like,
you was hanging out with people in elementary, my nigga?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was.
Like, after school, that's some suspect shit. You were a little kid. What you gonna do?
Bro, even though I only lived a block away from y'all, like, at least, like, close to 3 or 4 blocks from y'all, I would still hung out with y'all if you would have told me. So
then it's your fault. So it's both our fault.
It's not. I'm not going to justify that as being my fault. So
anyway,
I mean, that's y'all's fault. Let me tell you why this is y'all. Because you know, after recess and stuff, you're supposed to like get all the shit that you're supposed to. You know,
after recess, you go back to class.
Yeah. Well, yeah. We didn't even have class.
But after recess,
are you gonna like just leave recess and just?
Because I was with the real niggas in PMA, and then your ass.
PMA was trash, bro.
you was in second grade. I had the third graders. I had the fourth graders. I had the fifth graders.
If you was in PMA, you was a special nigga.
Gifted. That's why we all the smart niggas in our class.
Mm-hmm.
And anyway, sorry about elementary school. All right, for the first topic of today. We're in August, so 8 months. It's not really the halfway point, but it's there.
Yeah, it's somewhere around there, halfway.
Yeah.
Top 5 albums of the year so far. Who gonna start it off?
You know what? I've been waiting for this.
You have, Tyler? Have you?
All right, so then you start it off.
Oh, that scared me.
My top 5.
In order?
In order or no order?
Oh, shit. You know what? I'm gonna just go in order.
Okay.
So from 5 to 1.
Okay. All right, so then that's how we'll do it. We'll do a 5 to 1.
5, it have to be Big Sean's.
Do you even know his album name?
Do you agree?
No, we're all separate opinionated.
And then we'll discuss it at the end.
Yeah, that's the whole point of the discussion. Do you even know his name of the album? You can't say the album if you only know the name of the album.
It's Paradise. No.
Dark Sky.
Dark Sky, yeah, same thing.
Yeah, Dark Sky. Whatever.
How you gonna argue and say?
Either way, I like the album.
Okay.
Why? Why do you like the album?
Because I feel like he brought his all on this album. Like he had the right sense of like, you know, sound for it.
Okay.
He came hard with it, especially with Blessings with Drake, and then having Kanye put his little like not even like a minute on there, but still, you know, I felt like it was the right type of album. Especially if you are big Sean fans, I feel like you've been waiting on this for a minute. So, you know, you can't argue.
I mean, he did come out with... Yeah, go ahead. All right, so 4.
Number 4, you already know.
What?
Y'all already know.
The people don't know, stupid.
Yeah.
But you know.
I don't know.
I don't know either, bro.
Young Thugger.
Oh, go home. Like, we're in your house. You need to go home.
Yeah, you didn't get.
So you saying the Barter 6 wasn't hot?
First of all, technically, Young Thug considered it a mixtape.
Okay, but then
because it didn't do no numbers.
Okay, but since it was trash,
Tyler the Creator had.
He said it was a fucking album.
No, he didn't.
He said it was a mixtape. Tyler the Creator did better than him. But we ain't gonna talk about that. All right, so Barter 6 is 4. We don't have to explain that because Young Thug is just his own type of category.
But it was his first album, like you know.
Consider it mixing.
You always gotta give credit to like people that like, you know, make their first album.
But he considered it a mixtape because it was trash. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Album or mixtape? What you want to call it?
I call it. I don't only consider it albums. That's why I'm not.
I don't consider him music.
So why are you still calling them a mixtape?
No, that's what he called it. So I don't consider it an album. That's why I'm not considering. If you're reading this, it's too late because Drake said it was a mixtape. But he released it as an album so he could get off of Young Money. But all right, go ahead. You're third.
I don't even consider Young Thug as music.
Oh, damn.
He's like Iggy. He's part of Iggy. He's a part of Iggy.
Yeah, I'm done with you. Oh, shit. I feel like he's not that bad.
He's Bud. You can't understand what he's saying.
ODing on drugs. That was like one of the best ones, and then Stop Like Hating was one of the seconds.
Nigga, we're not about to talk about Young Thug's album. What's your third favorite album so far of the year?
Probably If You're Reading This Is Too Late.
Once again, something that's considered.
But he released it as an album, so technically it's an album.
I consider it as a mixtape.
I don't know.
I think it's the best mixtape of the year.
If you release it on iTunes,
so we might as well just say this is like top mixtapes then.
No, because then there's no.
Like if you release,
you can't think of no other mixtapes. Those two specifically are the only people I know that released mixtapes as albums. Young Thug did it because he thought I don't know. He said it because he figured out that his shit was trash and nobody bought it. Drake did it so he could get off Young Money. That's why I consider Drake's If You're Reading This Too Late the best mixtape of the year. I will give you that, but I don't consider it as an album.
But if you release it on iTunes, it has to be an album. You can't release.
Iggy released some shit on iTunes. We don't know what it is.
We ain't talking about Iggy, bro. Iggy's out the discussion. Like she's out the window, gone forever.
Okay.
Like Aaron Hernandez.
Well, damn.
Yo, Iggy, if you're out there like hearing this,
I like your booty. That's about it.
I mean, you're doing pretty good with yourself, but
you are fine, and you're dating my favorite player,
and you're beautiful. But at the same time, you need to just lower the dosage.
I just wouldn't consider it a rap. I don't consider it rap.
I don't consider her music. It sounds.
Oh, okay. Ron, no chip. All right. Let's see. So,
number 2.
2? Yeah.
Number 2, I'm having to go with Future.
Dirty Sprite 2. Okay. Yeah, the Future Hive is real. They real. They out there in the field. Okay. So you're number 1, and we should hear an explanation on this since you're gonna defend trash, but we ain't gonna talk about it.
Number 1. Well, would you even consider this really number 1?
It's your top 5.
It's yours, Tyler.
It's yours.
It's okay. Yours.
So what do you consider the number 1 album you've heard this year, that came out this year?
Number 1 album, personally, in my book, is Rich Young Nation. Young Rich Nation, I mean.
Migos? I think their mixtapes go harder.
They're in jail.
Well, they still released it. They was done with 85% of the album.
You know how long I've been trying to wait for them to create their own fucking album after hearing all these.
So why is it the number 1 album?
Because it's something that I've been waiting for. I personally wanted to hear what they came out with, and quite frankly, I wanted to hear all 3 Migos just at their best in this album.
Okay.
Because we haven't really.
But is it the best work though?
I wouldn't say it was their best work. I think
it's gonna be their best work.
I think the No Label 2 was their best work. Because that was...
Okay, so then... Alright, no, go ahead. My bad.
I think No Label 2 was their best work because that was right around the time when Offset was coming out. So, he was working with them a little bit more. And who's to say, that... Who's to say that, I don't know, probably... they could have came out... They had other mixtapes and stuff like that were probably at the top level, like Rich Nigga Timeline or Young Rich Niggas, which was their first one. But
do you have a honorable mention, just a 6 spot?
6 man, like Lou will.
There you go. I'm kind of surprised you ain't said it yet.
I'm saying.
Think about it.
Think about what?
Who's one of your favorite artists?
Joey Badass.
Joey?
Nick Cannon.
I'm surprised you didn't say his
You listen
album.
to Nick Cannon, Tyler.
Don't do me on this fucking podcast.
But, yeah, I'm surprised you didn't say Joey. He came out with an album this year. You don't fuck with Joey's album? The Joey Badass fan don't fuck with Joey's album?
I mean, I do fuck with Joey. I like Joey, and I like his style, his rhythm, and all that. But I just don't think...
So it's not top 6 worthy.
It's not. All right, yeah, I'm gonna put that as like top 6.
Okay, so that's your honorable mention. All right, we'll pass it to our guest, Ron. Ron, what's your top 5? Oh, actually, start with 6, since I messed up.
6.
Start with your honorable mention.
So this is top 6 now.
Well, no, it's 5 with an honorable mention.
All right, gotcha.
Okay.
Well, you already did yours.
Well, honorable mention would have to be Meek Mill. He tried until Drake killed him at OVO Fest. I mean,
that has nothing to do with the album, though.
It does. He disrespected him, his album, Nicki, everybody.
Hey yo, Drake tried to cremate this nigga.
We're not gonna talk about this because we already talked about
it. His album would be honorable mention at number 6.
Okay.
Number 5, I have to go with Hospin. Y'all probably don't know about him. He's really underground. Fell off a little bit, but he came back with this album.
I wouldn't say he's real underground because he dropped for a little bit, but he had a decent following. He's in that like Tech 9 category, like that strange music category. Even though he's not up to
It's not strange music though. It's like
this nigga's
some of his songs have a message on it though.
Yeah, that's true.
Have you listened to Fly?
I haven't listened to anything really recent, but yeah, I agree with you with that. All right, so that's your 5th?
5th.
Okay.
4th, I'd have to go with Mr. Wonderful, Action Bronson. He's pretty nice. He came up.
See, something just in my mind won't let me like Action that much.
I think if you like New York rappers, you would like Action.
Well, yeah, I like New York, but I don't know. I fuck with ASAP. I fuck with Joey. I fuck with...
It's something you gotta have an ear for, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta...
I guess, but... I don't know. Maybe if I listen to more of his stuff and actually give him a chance, like a listen through to all of his songs, maybe I'll start liking him.
Yeah.
Maybe.
It was pretty clean. I like Mr. Wonderful.
Number 3, I have to give it to my dude Kendrick. I haven't really listened to his album, but I've heard it has a lot of good messages.
Not like Kendrick?
Can I say something?
So my bad.
It has a really good lot of messages in it, and it's just like he's more of like a J. Cole rapper. He has a message behind every one of his songs. So, I mean, he's a really good rapper, but I think he's overhyped, in my opinion.
All right. That was 3. So 2.
You have something to say about that, bro?
No, go ahead.
Give your opinion, sir.
It's your list.
Number 2, I have to give it to Big Sean. I really like his album.
Dark Sky Paradise, yes. That was very, very solid. I was impressed with that one.
And my number 1 album, I have to give it to A$AP. I had to give it to A$AP. That was a really good album, in my opinion.
That's it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yours, sir.
I guess it's my turn.
Sir Brian, sir.
My honorable mention would have to be Future. It kind of came from surprise. The Dirty Sprite 2. It was pretty sweet. It was a butt.
The only song I liked was F Up Some Commas.
I mean, yeah.
That's everybody's favorite song.
It does sound like every song. It sounds like one song. That's the only thing. My downfall to it. 5. Let's go with Wale. The intro about nothing. That was
get out of here, bro.
That was a clean album. That
Wale
was a solid
hasn't been
album.
relevant since 2013.
How you gonna tell me? Have you listened to it? Have you listened?
Yes, I have.
I'm gonna back Brian up on this because Wale's album was actually pretty good.
Yeah, it was clean.
Get out of here.
It was very solid.
What?
He had a lot of he even talked about Wale open up more because Wale type of dude that don't open up at all. So and all the intros about nothings were great music. So I salute to Wale as my 5th.
God's Smile was my favorite one.
Yeah, it was pretty clean.
He turned it into a soft.
I even liked the intro. He probably had the best intro so far this year. My number 4 would have to be Action. Not because I like Action, but this album won me over. I like Midget Cough. That was my favorite song before. And the song he did with Wiz, Rockers, that was a pretty good song. But my number 3 would have to be Big Sean. Big Sean's Dark Sky Paradise.
I had 3.
It was great. He had good songs that he went in as far as lyrically, but I personally, the way I vision stuff with my music is I like it to relate to me, and I like to have a story. So, Big Sean and Drake, them niggas living the life I wish I had, so I can't really relate to them on something, so that's why I don't really like them a lot. I mean, I like them, but, not as much as everybody else. My number 2 would have to be Lupe Fiasco. Tetsuo and you.
I'm done.
Lupe Fiasco.
Let's leave, bro. Well, I'm going out this broadcast. You said Lupe.
You're not gonna
Lupe
give
Fiasco is one of the dopest rappers ever. He's one of the rappers with a message. Like
Bro,
I said before,
besides you,
listen.
all the viewers out there,
A lot of people bought his album. He had a top 10 album.
Who's really checking for Lupe?
A lot of people are. Lupe is a political speaker too. I'm telling you, like I said before, I like the rappers that give me a message and a story behind the rap. That's why I don't like Chief Keef and all that shit. Like, what?
Chief Keef is the sound of the Midwest.
I don't relate to a nigga shooting guns and shit.
He doesn't do that no more. He's a grown man.
And this nigga moved out the hood, exactly. So how you gonna still rap about that? This nigga don't fuck with the hood no more. And number one is Kendrick's.
Time out. You're not gonna put ASAP in the top 5?
I'm not a big ASAP fan.
You didn't put it.
I didn't even put ASAP in the top 5.
Exactly. It's top 10 for me, but I'm not. It's not my top 5.
You know what?
Cause
it would be a 7 for me.
That's about. I've never been a big ASAP fan too. I only like the song with Schoolboy Q too. So
yeah,
I
don't know if Dr. Dre would have released his album like a while ago, it would have been in my top 5. If y'all haven't listened to it, go listen to it. It's fire.
There you go with that bullshit.
It's fire.
It's fire, bro.
It's probably better than Detox would have been. Honest.
If it ain't Detox, I am not checking for it.
But you ain't listening to no Dre for a long ass time.
No, I guess I'm not listening to no Dre if it ain't Detox.
You crazy?
Because I've been dead ass trying to. I've been waiting patiently. I've been waiting patiently as I am going to
listen to Compton. It's a good album.
It's a solid album.
5 years.
Listen to it.
And he still hasn't released it.
I don't get you. If you're a Dre fan like you say you are, and you're like, I'm waiting for the Detox. If he drops a new heat, just listen to it.
Yeah.
Because if Young Thug drops a new heat, you're gonna listen to it.
No, you better not.
Young Thug telling kids.
You need to stop coming at Young Thug.
Young Thug telling kids to I put the crack in my crack. I'm like, nah, B, nah, that ain't gonna fly.
Young Thug or Lil B?
Neither.
I rather listen to Iggy.
That's a little low. I mean, personally, I'd rather pick Lil B if I had to choose, but
Lil B's nice sometimes.
Sometimes
when he's like rapping about relevant shit instead of like saying words.
And well, I mean, you kind of gotta say words.
Well,
but yeah, I get what you're saying.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He puts a bunch of words together and tries to make sense.
Lil B's shit is struggle bars.
Surf would be my top 10 with Chance.
Surf would be 8.
I like Surf.
I didn't like it. I had to re-listen to it.
Now I like that it was free too. You know.
Well, it was a project too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know when you just drop 10 Day and then you drop Acid Rap. Surf ain't nowhere near those, so I didn't like it that much.
It was with
some people out there that didn't really.
It wasn't just Chance. It was with all those other people.
Yeah, you got a little group now.
Yeah.
If you were a real Chance fan and you heard Surf, you was not fucking with Surf at all.
Yeah, that's true.
It was something like, it wasn't far left, but it was like left.
It was different. Like that's honestly how I feel about the Kendrick album. Like I'm not gonna lie, I had to re-listen to it because it was different from what I'm used to. And I think everybody who disliked it said, "Oh, it's not Good Kid," but it's like you gotta listen to it. Like he got a song where you know how they say in church, I'm sorry I don't know the correct verse and all that stuff, but basically you never know what situation is gonna be like a bad one.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why you're trying to be nice to everybody. And Kendrick has a song where he basically meets God, and he's like, "No, I told the last bum I need all my pennies and all that stuff." And then he's like, "Oh, I'm God, like you fucked up." And then he has a song like "You" was a depression song, and then I Love Myself is talking about how he overcame from depression and all this, that, and the third. See, that's why I like Kendrick, because I can explain his songs. Drake, that nigga got too much money. I can't be on the same level as that dude.
Drake is that dude right now.
He is.
He done killed Meek, resurrected Meek, killed him again at OVO Fest, buried this dude 12
Why
feet
you still bringing up Meek?
Because Meek is butt now.
I'm not saying
I'm waiting for Ricky Rose to drop an album.
Bro, I don't think we should talk about the dead like that. But anyway.
Are you serious, bro? Rick Ross? Rick Ross is...
I'm talking about Meek.
Oh, I'm talking about Rick Ross. Rick Ross is nice.
Yeah, I like Rick.
But we're actually forgetting one, you know.
What?
What?
Well, you can call him, like, you know, underrated or not.
Who?
Nipsey. What about his album this year?
Who is Nipsey?
He dropped the album this year?
Yeah, he dropped the album this year.
Are you sure?
Who is that?
You don't know Nipsey Hussle?
I mean, I like Nipsey and I mess with Nipsey.
Mailbox Money?
No.
It was actually a pretty put together album.
I didn't know he dropped nothing this year. Because Nipsey be low key. I literally didn't know.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I didn't see Nipsey had a new album until I went on iTunes. So that's how I knew.
I don't even know who.
All right. We're 20 minutes in, just talking about music.
That's good.
So let's change the subject. Now, the reason why Ron's here and Tyler, you guys are sneakerheads.
I started it.
So explain the sneakerhead lifestyle. Like, if I'm not a sneakerhead because financially I can't afford it.
Technically, I learned from Ron, so Ron's the starter.
Yeah, okay, but how do you start if you want to be about that life, that sneakerhead life? How do you?
Remy boys.
Please don't do that. But how do you start up? Like, talk about being a sneakerhead. Like, how did you start up? How did
I start off?
Yeah.
Well, let's see. Well, I started liking shoes more when I got in high school, and I just started researching and looking on eBay or Craigslist, matter of fact, and started looking at them like, oh, that's that shoe. My very first retro was the powder blue 10s I got off Craigslist, dead stock, for $190. I then flipped them hoes for $250.
Now, when you mean flip, and you said flip them hoes, you're not talking about women, guys.
No, we're talking about shoes.
So what do you mean by
Flipping them means like
Put them back out on the
basically
streets.
like you try to double your profit or make a profit out of it, and you sell them for more.
So how do you know if you're not going to get got?
What do you mean?
So you're not trying to get. That's what I'm saying. Like, so.
Because I know what certain shoes are valued at, and I know what they're worth. So I'm not going to go over. I'm not going to overpay for them if I know what they're really worth. And I know I kind of tell if they're fake or not. I've been getting better at that, but I haven't really been buying shoes lately because I'm poor, because of college. College really expensive, and
So how much should a sneakerhead start off with? Like, if you gonna join this sneakerhead, you're gonna be about that life. So do you basically buy shoes and keep flipping them, or when do you stock up on your collection? Like, how?
When you stock up on your collection, what I usually do is whatever shoe I like, I buy it and I won't sell it. I'll keep it. Like the Legend Blue 11s, I haven't even wore those. Still in the box, icy. So whatever shoes I like personally, I just keep them in my collection. I just stack them against my wall in my room, and I just don't wear them, or I wear them a couple of times.
So if a shoe you're iffy about, you just kind of.
It just depends on. I'll let it sit there for a while to see if it goes up or goes down, and then I'll usually sell them to my dude Tyler, because Tyler buys everything for me. Basically.
I don't buy every fucking thing, but
yeah. What do you do?
Then
So
usually,
and then
after I get them from Ron, I usually flip them myself. So it's a never-ending progress, really.
It kind of is, kind of not. I have a few connections on Twitter.
So do you just use the shoes that you got? Do you use that money towards? Is it like a never-ending cycle?
Yeah, it's basically
Pretty
like
much.
you get the shoe. You're like, oh, it's that shoe. It's that hot shoe. Like, say you got, I don't know, some shoe that just came out, and you're like, oh, everyone wants these, so you're gonna go flip it for more because if that person really wants that shoe, they're gonna pay this money to get that shoe. So the money you collect, you can do whatever with. Usually,
how much is it for? How much do you got to make for it to be good? Say you buy shoes for $100. I'm just using this for example.
$100.
I'm just using it for example.
Who's buying shoes for $100?
I'm just using it for example, nigga. Damn.
I ain't buying no.
I'm just using it for example. You cool? Shut up, shit.
I don't know what the fuck you think this is.
I'm just using it for example.
Chill, Tyler.
So you buy shoes
Okay.
for $100,
Okay.
and then you flip them for $150. Is it 50? Like, how much is the minimum? Like, would you flip it for 10? Like,
Hell no.
all right. So what's your minimum? Like,
At least
so how much are you trying to make off it? That's what I'm trying to allude.
$75 or more in
Damn.
profit. But I haven't really been messing with shoes lately because Jordan made the quality better and upped their prices, and it's getting too expensive.
You realize it only costs like probably $5-10 to make those shoes. That's the
Yeah.
sad part about it.
This is the really sad part.
Niggas out here killing,
For shoes.
robbing,
Yeah.
And then some people
curb stomping.
There's some people
for
that,
these damn Jordans, bro.
some people really believe that, like, yo, I could fly if I had these shoes.
Yeah.
Like, some people think they're gonna get the Jordan skills.
Matter of fact, me,
Them
Jimmy,
people
and
need to
Tyler,
reevaluate
my boy Jimmy, he's in Michigan. Shout out to you, bro. We was in line to get the 11s at Sports Page, and I already won my raffle at Champs. But we was in line talking to some dude about shoes, and this woman came up behind us like, "Why are you guys in line?" He was like, "For the shoe release." She's like, what's so special about them? He's like, they'll make you fly for 10 seconds. And she done started believing it, and we had to tell her no.
Like, this bitch really went in line with us. Like,
yeah.
And it was dead-ass December, too.
It was cold.
Niggas out there with, like, 3 types of, like, sweatshirts on.
See, okay, so then when you get the shoe, it's just for a show? Like, see, that's my only problem with being a sneakerhead is, like...
You can wear the shoe, but it's
like a one-time thing. Like, I want to get the bang out my butt, you feel me?
You see how, like, society goes today. You know, people like to stunt. People like to have things just to have things. People like to show other people that they have things, you know? So,
I mean, granted,
if you're willing to make that sacrifice to stand out in the dead-ass cold for some damn Jordans that are $180 and then somebody else get them and they're going to put them back on the streets for, like, $500, then, like, you got to make that sacrifice.
Okay. So from being, like, 19, 20, 21, around this age where you're unsure of what you want to do, you're still trying to come up and you're trying to make sure you know what you want to do for the rest of your life. Is it worth being a sneakerhead right now? Where you're at the state of your life, is it worth being a sneakerhead?
Bro, in today's society, bro.
No, don't talk about the society. I'm talking to you. And you. Is it worth
But we're talking to the people.
No, I'm saying, but I'm asking you for
like
the
right
people.
now? Like,
yeah, is it worth being a sneakerhead?
It kind of is, and it kind of doesn't. It has its pros and cons.
So that's what I'm saying. The people need to know.
So you get the shoes you want, you're happy, but the con is, I just spent all this money when I could have used it for books for college or clothes or something else that's useful. But then you I got these shoes. Maybe I'll flip them and get more than what I paid for them. Get that money back. Have a little extra spending money, and then
see, you could buy like 2-3 games that you'll play forever and.
But then that new game comes out next year. These shoes won't come out until another 10 years.
But
so
then,
you have them now, you're like, oh.
But then you're only wearing them for like 5-6 times out the year because you all.
That's what I'm saying. Like I always consider Jordan shoes like a seasonal shoe because niggas ain't gonna wear them in like 7 feet of snow because you know how I was.
No, that's when you get Timberlands.
Don't matter how many bitches are pulling up. Nobody's gonna do that to them.
Okay, so
people are kind of crazy though. They be wearing some stupid shoes in some snow.
Okay. So say
like there's a dude at Iowa Central. This dude had the Pantone 11s on one foot and the Legend Blues on the other foot. Like, come on, dude. Like you just done disrespected everybody on this campus.
Okay.
That's the type of dude that wants to be noticed.
Okay. So obviously for sneakerheads. Jordans are in there. What else shoes are in there? What's the...
That's coming up? Or like...
No. I'm not talking, like, skip Jordans. I'm saying what other shoes are considered, like, sneakerhead shoes?
Vans?
No.
I'm a Vans and Jordan person.
No, it just...
I feel like you really can't be, though.
It just depends on what kind of shoes you like, to be honest. Like, for me, I like Roshes.
I fuck with Vans.
I've
been fucking with Vans for like 5 years.
I like Air Forces. Just the white ones, though. All white, lows.
Cause see, I always been like a Nike kind of guy. I always try to buy.
I like
Nike
Nikes
shoes.
too. It just depends on what kind. Like the 2015 Air
I like
Maxes.
Air Maxes. Air Maxes are my favorite type.
I like the 2015 ones though.
Cause it make me tall and shit.
I don't know. I like to customize. I have a pair of custom Roshes because I like Roshes. Just because they're really comfortable.
How can you tell like somebody like nah he ain't really a sneakerhead? You say you sneakerhead, but like what is? How do you respect somebody's sneakerhead opinion? Because
when you said that fire,
you said one time. I remember this was one time way back in the day. You said that if someone buys some like I don't know if it was retros. You said one pair of shoes. I feel like. You need more than one to be considered a sneakerhead.
Okay.
I think you need like a week's worth of shoes to be a sneakerhead.
I don't believe that. If you have one pair, say you have one pair of Heat, you're stunting on everybody.
But that's just one pair though.
Okay,
you're not a sneaker.
What if you can't afford other shoes?
A sneakerhead is like versatile. Like because I would consider you a sneakerhead. I would consider him a sneakerhead because you guys have multiple amounts of like retros. I'm not considering the dude that bought retros one time that got that one pair. I'm like, nigga, you ain't no retro.
What if
it's that fire that you don't have and you want it so bad? To me, a sneakerhead.
I think a sneakerhead is someone that invests his time in. That's all right. That's like if a person went to the gym, killed one workout, like, damn, that nigga looks strong as hell, but never went again, I'm not considering that nigga a gym rat. Like, that's what I'm saying.
That's a waste of the damn money.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I consider someone that has multiple shoes. Like,
I agree with that, but like sneakerheads like have to have information about shoes. They have to know if this pair's fake or this pair's real.
Yeah, so how are you supposed to know that if you only got one pair?
People could do the research,
you just a nigga on the sidelines. You
gotta have that grind. You gotta have that star.
Like, what if they're not financially stable to get more pairs of shoes and they just got that one pair?
You gotta be up on.
Then they wouldn't be a sneakerhead.
Like
but they got all the information they need. They know everything about it. So I don't know.
But I still don't, because personally, if you're gonna be a sneakerhead, you gotta be about that life. So you gotta have that money, right?
Yeah.
So that's why I say I don't consider them a sneakerhead. You got one fire shoe, but I still don't consider you a sneakerhead. All right, because if you have one fire shoe, and you know, say we all three know that person that, oh, you got that one fire shoe, but the rest of the week he's trash. Nigga wearing FUBU. I'm not saying he's a fucking sneakerhead.
Who the fuck is wearing FUBU?
I'm just saying.
If you wear FUBU, get out, bro.
That's that Brian.
Or you buy you what? Nigga?
You wear FUBU?
No, I don't wear.
Bro, get out my house if you wear FUBU.
I don't wear FUBU. Why are you trying to talk? Okay, so. Funny topic, interesting topic. Ron is in a relationship, so he's just talking.
This ought to be an interesting topic.
He's just talking off of, let's say, past experiences. He loves his girlfriend, all that stuff.
I do.
Are you going to shout out to your girlfriend if you love her?
Yeah, I mean, you can't shout
out to my girlfriend. Sometimes she's a butthole, but I mean, we get through that. I love her. We're gonna get married and have 5 kids.
All right,
you gonna have 5, my nigga?
Yeah.
True. All right. So, say for the topic, everybody's single. Sign the DMs. First of all, how do you do it? Like, how? You gotta come correct. Like,
I'm in there. Just kidding. I got a girlfriend.
But I'm just saying, just talk. How would you slide it? How'd you slide in your girl's DMs?
This is what I do. I'm like, all right, it's like late at night, right? You're going through her tweets, seeing what she seems she's got to go to bed, and when she says, I'm going to bed, you DM her good night.
So you lurking.
Leave it at that.
So you lurking, basically.
Leave it at that. The next day she wakes up and reads, oh, he told me good night. Like, that's so nice. And you all get to texting in the DMs. She gives you the number in the Snapchat. You get them nudes. You in there doing big things.
But why would you... If you send her good night and she wakes up, like, next day later, like, it's really nothing that she could do with that. Like, what else?
You're telling her good night. It's the thing out of the way. She, the dude went out of his way to say her good night to her.
Like, I can see if anything, like, if you said that and then, like, she wake up, like, thanks and say good morning.
And then it goes from there. It goes from there. Like, hey, how are you? My name's Ron. Or Tyler or Brian. Nice to meet you. But you got a booty? Hell yeah, you do. Send me them nudes.
But you know...
Bring me the nudes!
you know how girls are nowadays. Because, like, I said... I remember one time I was talking to a girl. I was like, how's your day going? And she asked me, like, what are you, my grandpa? I'm like, damn. Like, you can't
that's
say...
not a curve, that's a slur.
Like, you can't say, how are you doing today? Like,
you my grandpa?
Like, girl, I think girls like it now if you get straight to the point. And they respected it.
What?
It's just, you gotta be about the life. You gotta be ready for that screenshot if it backfire. Yeah, so, how do you go about the DMs, Tyler? If you see a pretty girl... You see, she follows you. How can you come correct to the DMs?
Well, first of all...
Well, you need to check to see if she has a boyfriend, too.
Well, yeah,
that too.
Like, you got...
So basically what we're saying is creep, but don't creep.
You gotta creep a little bit.
You gotta creep. You gotta do your research.
Like you gotta look at her.
You gotta be a sneakerhead to the DMs.
You gotta do all that.
You gotta be a sneakerhead to the DMs. That's what you gotta be.
Like, you gotta, like, come correct. But, like, after you do that, or after you look at her Abby, see that there's no...
We gotta go through her pictures, too.
Go through the bio.
Might as well go through a couple tweets. Might as well go through a couple tweets.
Go through a couple tweets, see if she's not going through no shit with her ex, because you know how that pops up. And
what else?
After that, you just gotta be well, stop going through my door. But, she got, first of all, how I go about it, she got, like, at least, like, retweet or favor some of my shit before I could even be interested in her.
But like I said...
For me to privilege her.
But like I said before...
To privilege her, bro?
Bro, how
you gonna privilege her?
I'm privileging these hoes with DMs.
Bro, oh my god. Because first of all, if you say God is good, and she retweets it, that's not a cue to go to the DMs. That's not a cue to slide.
How you gonna tell me?
You gonna spit game with Jesus?
You're gonna spit game with a girl who just retweeted.
Like, so are you Catholic, Christian, Lutheran, whatever? Like, we can get that going.
You're gonna spit game with Jesus, like go use God as a wingman. You can't do that, dog.
Like God comes in mysterious ways, and some people find love in Jesus. So therefore, if they find love in Jesus, they gotta find love through like other people. So.
Damn, it should not work like that.
But it could work like that. Don't say it can't.
Okay, so all right, say you're in the DM. Say you good. Say you talking. How do you take the next step? How do you move forward with the girl? Because
you asked to go on a date, duh.
Well, which brings up another segue into this.
You gotta have bands.
Would you rather meet her in public, like in real life first?
Hell no.
Or like DM her like.
What?
Would you rather DM first or meet her, like actually know her and see her in public?
Like, what do you mean? Because, like,
he's basically saying, because, all right, we had this argument, because he said he would rather DM the girl first. And I said,
how you supposed to meet the girl if you don't know the girl?
I'm saying, like, if you saw the girl at something and you started talking to her, I would rather talk to her first and then have her follow me on Twitter. Because then, as soon as you talk to her first in person, she loves you. And then you'll be like, oh, what's up? It's cool.
She doesn't love you.
Well,
she's
the most.
I see the pro to what you're saying.
I'm saying
like, I know what you look like at least. Like
it's not even that. Well, because they can
personality's the key.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They'll know how you are.
The key, yeah.
And then they'll feel more comfortable.
So, like, say you DM a girl and she's the biggest bitch in the world. She gonna disrespect you in public and everything. Tyler, he got them shitty ass Vans on, fat ass nigga, stupid stuff like that.
But no, like what I'm saying is because you could have perfect chemistry in the DMs, but still not meet and it still be awkward. It still be awkward the first time you meet. But if you already met her in person, it's not as awkward going into the DMs.
True.
Because it's hard going to the DMs.
Well, she doesn't have a Twitter.
Then you can't slide in the DMs. How would you slide in the DMs? If she ain't got a Twitter by now, she a catfish. I'm sorry. She a dude. Like,
or she just like on Facebook, and then you really can't fuck with her.
I mean, yeah, that's when you see the guy stuff. You gotta come correct. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I'd be scared to slide in the DMs.
I have a girlfriend, so I don't have that problem.
You be scared to slide in the DMs?
Tyler, you have a girlfriend, don't you?
No.
Oh.
Currently single at this moment.
But yeah, are you scared to slide in DMs?
No.
I am, just because of the.
Because I feel like we gotta take that chance sometimes.
Yeah, you do. Because sometimes it's not as bad as it seems. But like if you get rejected, that shit hurt. Like you be feeling salty. You be listening to some Drake.
You start crying when you get rejected, Tyler?
Fuck I look like.
I haven't got curved though, so that's it's either respond or no respond. I haven't got no slick shit like no nigga you ugly bye. Like I ain't got nothing like that, thank God. But yeah, that's it. Anything else on the DMs?
Truth hurts sometimes.
True.
Like sometimes you don't be ready for what she might say in the DMs.
I don't know.
I never really had like a successful like one station in the DMs. Like I never had something like go great out of one night in the DMs. Like you gotta kick it. Like you gotta move in the DMs. Like you moving to college. Like you gotta be like, all right, I'm gonna be in for like 4-5 months, and then yeah.
The DMs is a weird place to be in. Sometimes
it's like its own like it's like a dream realm or something. But okay, for the advice section of the podcast, you know, for our people, the listeners. We're going to talk about time management.
Time management!
Okay. Since you are aggressively loud in my ear, Ron, how, you know, you a college athlete, how'd you deal with time? Like,
personally, time management sucked at first. Like, I didn't know.
I'm still horrible.
I didn't know what to do. I was like, what?
All that free time.
All this free time we got in college. I took naps every day. No flex. I'm going to be truthful. I took naps every day. Sometimes I miss lunch to take a nap. And that hurts for a big guy. But
I know your ass was hurt after that. Like, we need our food, bro.
Bro, we hungry.
But I got used to it after a while. And it just started, everything clicks together. Like, you get out of class, say you want to take a nap, you go take that nap. You wake up, you go eat, you get your homework done, do it. Don't do it all right away. Like, take your time with it. Like, you're going to do one section at first, take a little break, do another section, take another break.
I
didn't study either. I didn't study either.
I had to work on my study.
I didn't study at all. For finals, I got all C's. But I still passed
Hey, C's get degrees, man. C's get degrees.
I still finished with a 3.1 GPA.
I think
Some people don't be accepting C's. They be like, no, fuck a C. I need an all A or B. Like,
that's crazy.
I think I had a 3.2 or 3.3. I'm not sure. I did well this last semester. My thing is, I had like a lot of time, so I wouldn't do anything. I would just isolate myself
and sleep. Right? You take naps.
Well, I mean, when I could, but like I just isolated myself. I figured out.
I know y'all be getting bored though with all them fucking naps. Like y'all gotta be staying clear the fuck up.
When you have 8 a.m.s every day.
I didn't have 8 a.m.
I had 8 a.m.
I refused
every day, except for on Fridays.
I refused.
I had 10 o'clock on Friday.
I did 1 a.m. like my freshman year, but like because that's what I'm doing now. Is I'm isolating myself because like look at me isolating myself. I do more stuff. Like I'm doing a podcast now by me not using my time wisely. How are you with time management, Tyler?
I sleep all the time.
I mean, yeah, sleep does like take the hours away and stuff like that. You get energized from sleep. But, like, at the same time, I feel like, damn, after I get, like, all this sleep and taking all this nap and shit, I'm like, damn, what the fuck am I doing? So,
I only took a couple of naps this summer. I haven't been a napping person lately.
I feel like you just gotta be productive with something. Like, take a walk, go for a run, exercise or some shit. Because with this obese society nowadays...
No, I'm talking about, like, time management, though.
You're talking about society.
But exercise is a time management.
What does that have to do with time management?
That is part of your time management.
Yeah.
I think is what you're trying to get.
That's not managing time, though. That's what I'm saying.
But he's managing around your extra time. Like
you're being productive, though.
I mean, that's managing extra time, but I'm talking about, like, how do you go about the day? Like, that's what I'm saying. I isolate myself. I isolate myself so I can force myself to do stuff during time management. Because I know if I don't isolate myself, if I'm out, like, doing stuff I shouldn't be, I won't get the stuff I'm managing done. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. I isolate myself when it comes to time management. Do you get what I'm saying now?
I don't see how people can just like sit in the fucking house all day and just be like, just be chill with that. Like, I feel like I gotta do something. I'm too much of a like go out there, like go getter type of person not to be doing anything.
I have like if I don't isolate myself, then I won't do what I have to do. Like I'm pretty lazy. I will not do what I'm supposed to be doing. Yeah, so for me, isolate yourself. Set aside whatever you got to do. Be by yourself. Like force yourself to do it. Basically, that's how I.
Or you can sleep.
Or you can sleep. Or you can exercise.
Or do whatever makes you happy.
Go hang out with friends. Do something.
Don't be a bum. If you be a bum, you won't get nowhere.
I feel like we didn't talk about time management at all, but it's okay.
We talked about other stuff.
Yeah, we did have an interesting podcast.
We
pretty
did.
Productive. I think we did pretty good.
I know.
With our special guest Ron here today. Ron Dean Davis III.
Dang,
RD3.
You want to put my social security number in that bitch too?
I don't know. I won't go there now. I don't know this.
Okay, closing statements.
No, we're not about to close yet, bro.
There's nothing else to talk
Fourth
about.
topic.
What the fuck?
Fourth topic.
So Ron got a fourth topic.
I got a fourth topic.
Bro, if you don't have a fourth topic, I'm ending this podcast right now. What is your fourth topic?
Who do you think is going to be the best draft pick to come out and do good in the NBA?
Bro, I don't give a fuck about the NBA draft.
I'm sorry. I have not been checking for NBA.
I haven't really. The Celtics players, I don't even know who we got.
Y'all are bums.
Y'all ain't got no damn body, bro.
Well, who do you think is going to be best?
I ain't discussing it now because my topic's irrelevant, I guess. So,
Closing
closing statement, timeout,
If
rewind.
you want to be petty, then yeah, so forget all that.
I ain't no petty.
Ron, can we get your closing statement? Go.
What do I say for this segment?
I don't know. Plug your stuff.
Follow me on Twitter at Retro Weatherman or R_D_III. Follow me on Instagram. Same thing I just said like 5 seconds ago. You feel me?
And he's also a weatherman, so he knows when the shit is coming. So listen to him.
Shout out to all the homies, everybody. Thank y'all for having me. I'll be on next season's podcast adventures with Tyler and Brian.
Shit, if we make it to next season.
Nigga, who gonna cut us off? It's our own thing.
Okay, we ain't gonna get cut off, but people will stop fucking with it.
Unless y'all like get into
Everybody fuck with it. We love you.
Well, yes, please, everybody fuck with it. Like we're trying to come up.
All right, sorry for interrupting. Is that it? Is that all? Yes?
Yeah.
All right, Tyler, can we get your closing statement? Go.
Well, it's been a great, episode 2. Follow me on Instagram.
What is your Instagram?
Shit, hold on. I don't even know. Okay.
Gross, ladies.
Follow me on Instagram, TBH TTL_02, and on Twitter, TylerGross_4 Tyler the Libra. You'll know what it is because it says casuals, everything around me. Wu-Tang. Cream, get the money. Dollar bill, y'all.
I guess for the first time, I'll plug my stuff too. Follow me on Instagram at _B Heard II, and then follow me on Twitter with _Prince Heard II. Yeah, that.
Bro, you need to change that shit. You ain't no Prince.
Bro, what are you talking about? How am I not?
Because you ain't. Like,
I'm a second.
How you gonna tell me that you are?
If there's a king and there's a prince.
What's the third then?
I'm not the third. I don't give a fuck. I'm a second.
Is there gonna be a Brian Heard the third?
Nigga, we're not gonna talk about the future like this.
Remy boys.
Thank you for episode 2, and episode 3 will be soon. See, bye.